Hey, what's up, guys? It's Cypher. Today, I'm talking about the rumor that Chapter 3 is happening in 1 month. No Season 9, no Season X. We're going straight into Chapter 3. And at first, I was skeptical. I even made a video about it. But now I'm completely convinced that it is happening, and it's happening fast and soon. This could be the last few weeks of Fortnite Chapter 2. 1 month of this map before we go to a completely new map with new mechanics, new POIs, new items, and a completely new battle pass, and a lot more. I am so excited about the thought of this. I'm so excited that there's actually momentum behind this, and I completely believe it now. And I'm going to explain in today's video based off of, publicly available information. There are some leaks and rumors that are not so public that I have seen, but I'm not going to go into too much detail behind that. But I will give you guys a little teaser for Fortnite Chapter 3 at the end of this video, just to prove to you that it wasn't all BS. And I don't really ask for likes much on my videos, but can we get 100,000 likes if you're excited at the thought of Fortnite Chapter 3 literally happening next month? Before we get into the proofs and theories, I want to address a common issue that a lot of people have brought up, and that is the Fortnite crew pack. It says you will get the battle pass for the next season, Chapter 2, Season 9. However, some people are seeing different messages when they go and check their crew pack. It doesn't necessarily say Chapter 2 Season 9 for everyone. For some people, it just says the next season. But this is the only minor thing that kind of goes against the theory that we're going to jump straight into Chapter 3. But this is probably just an oversight, because I do believe that Epic planned for a full 10 seasons of Chapter 2. But somewhere along the line, they decided, after all the delays or whatever, to cut it short and send us straight into the next chapter. And this is the only time, actually, that Epic has ever wrote out Chapter 2 Season 9. Every other blog post, especially the most recent ones, considering competitive blog posts and a few other things, Epic was talking about, what would happen if a player was to break the rules. They specifically mentioned Chapter 2 Season 7, Season 8, and then the seasons that follow it, they did not ever spell out Chapter 2 Season 9. And like I said, I do think Season 9 and X might have initially been planned, but with all the delays and everything that's happened in the past few years, and considering the fact that we have been on this chapter longer than the old chapter, and that just happened in the past week, we have officially passed the timeline of the old chapter in terms of how long we've been on this map. And I'm not the only one who's thinking this. Top 5 Gaming, Tabor Hill, Ollie A bunch of other YouTubers are covering news and leaks, and they believe that there will not be a Season 9 or Season X. Tabor Hill specifically has been right about a lot of things, and a lot of the things that he has said has come to reality. Speaking of realities, Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 8, we have this queen character who's very, very powerful, and we're kind of underestimating how powerful she actually is. If you look at the description of her character and her pickaxe, right? Her pickaxe is called the Reality Render. This staff has ended countless realities. Soon the island will join them. Her back bling reads, "Time is running out for you. Tick, tick, tick." Okay. And now we have this threat on the island, this huge threat. She's forming a cube. It's going to take over the entire island. There's going to be an end of season event that is probably going to lead us into the next chapter. And there's all this talk about realities being ended. And then on top of that, Epic dropped a 200 V-Buck emote. It's just you reading the book. But if you read the description, hold on, wait, I'm almost at the end of the chapter. Now, Season 8 could be considered almost the end of the chapter, assuming even if we had Season 9 and Season X. But to drop this during Season 8 with all these rumors about not being a Season 9 and Season X and going straight into Chapter 3, it is such a tease. It is such an interesting coincidence. I mean, it's not anything crazy, but with Epic, you really can't ignore the small stuff. So I know this is just a theory right now. How can we be so sure? Okay. Some of you might be convinced. Some of you might be like, okay, this is a strong theory, but you don't see like any hard evidence. And part of it is like, you're just gonna have to trust me. I've made some predictions too early in the past, like Thanos coming back, Kevin coming back in Season 5. He didn't come till Season 8. But this one is not really a prediction. This is like pretty concrete from my POV. Like, there's a very small chance that we actually go into Season 9. I'm thinking under 3%. But in my head right now, there's like a 97% chance that we are going straight into Chapter 3. Like I said, there will be a little teaser at the end to prove to you I'm not full of it. But you won't find out if I'm full of it or not until, next month. And here's another thing. We know from the data leaks that the end of the season is scheduled for December 5th. That's Season 8. December 5th is a Sunday. If there was to be an event, it could happen on that Sunday. and there would be a little bit of a downtime, potentially a black hole. That sends us into the next chapter. The next chapter could be December 6th, December 7th, December 8th. There was a huge question about the map that we didn't have answered. It was the bunker, right? But once we uncovered the bunker in this season, there's really not any more secrets in the map. We've seen all the little secrets. We figured out what's going on with the IO, with the aliens. We finally closed a lot of the loose ends on this map. Was it a little bit disappointing to see what was inside the bunker? Theorizing about for a long time? Yeah, I mean, it was just an IO guard base. It will probably play a part in the live event that happens, and there will probably be some big reveals, but the actual reveal of the bunker was kind of underwhelming. And here's another thing I'm going to add in real quick. If you guys remember, the chapter 2 is a rhyme of chapter 1. There's a rhythm that it kind of followed. The beginning, season 1, on both chapters were kind of plain. There was not a lot of updates or new things. We were kind of just figuring things out. By season 4, chapter 1, we had the superhero skins. Season 4, chapter 2, we had the Marvel superhero skin. The mechs got added in season X, the final chapter of the season. And guess who was making a return this season? The mechs. They're going to be put on the voting poll. So this whole idea of the rhythm makes even more sense with the mechs return in season 8, considering the last season of the last chapter had mechs, which was season X. We do know some pretty important things about chapter 3. There will be a new map. Something's going to happen. There's going to be, of course, another, catastrophic event. The last reality. The Queen will most likely destroy the current reality we're in, and there will be a brand new map. Wouldn't be surprised if there were some older POIs that came back, or some new POIs and whatnot, but it's gonna be a whole new reconstructed map. Could be a larger map. They could be experimenting with different player counts and whatnot. We know in the game files there have been weapon attachments that have been leaked, and when I think of things like weapon attachments, like these big game-changing stuff, usually they would reserve those kind of things for a brand new chapter. And my theory is that the weapon attachments will be coming in chapter 3. On top of that, there was a sliding mechanic that was recently leaked and talked about. A Fortnite sliding mechanic, the ability to slide around as your Fortnite character. That is a pretty game-changing mechanic, and I feel like that would not be introduced in a new season, but a new chapter. Things like Creative 2.0 and modding could be happening at some point in chapter 3. And a bunch of other changes that are kind of leaked and being worked on, and we're seeing hints of it here and there, could all be planned for the start of the next chapter. A little sidetracked, but I am back in my normal room with the Metal Umbrella background. If you guys want to check out metalumbrella.com, my merch store, go check it out. There's some really cool pieces available right now. As I promised, there will be a small tease right now for chapter 3. Listen to what I'm saying, okay? You might have heard this from another YouTuber, but I have a strong feeling you will not be disappointed about what Epic has cooked up. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys on the flip side.